Na-na-na.
Oh, there we are. Welcome everyone
Hello.
to Alma's after party. Woohoo!
Hi, Alma.
Yay!
And of course, we have Alma as the guest of honor is with us, of course, and the guest from the last show, Teo, is also with us. My very good friend and indestructible human being, the Irish Swede, is with us. We have Stephanie Helms with us as well. We got Canadian Ollyman from the other side of Canada with us, and of course, my producer and co-host, Mr. Mikey Famine, is also in the house, as they say.
A Faminator.
Famine the Inquisitor.
There you go. So I just got a text from a friend of mine. Her name is Cassie. We dated back in like 2008, but we've been friends since then. We've remained friends, so it's pretty cool. And seeing as how I'm the only one that's been supportive of her as of late, because she's on disability insurance and stuff like that, and she has a chronic mental disorder that there's no cure for, and she was actually considering something called MAID, which is like medically induced death thing that they do, I guess.
Oh wow!
She's like, because she's living with an abusive guy. We're trying to get her out of there. She has no money because she doesn't have a job, but she just did get a job. She told me, I just got a job, and I also put you on my life insurance. So, or her will as well. So if she dies, I get rich apparently. And she just said, thank you for always being so supportive. So I'm like, well, I do what I can.
Sucks.
That's heavy. That's fucking heavy.
Yeah, it's the guy that she lives with is from what I remember of him, he's always been kind of an abusive, aggressive, angry human being.
Douchebag.
Anyways, yeah, douchebag is an adequate word. Actually, I think we just insulted douchebags.
Douchebags are like, hey.
Hey,
Douchebags have
we're not like that.
Right? Douchebags have a purpose.
Yeah, at least they're useful.
They're useful.
This one is not.
Mm.
I really hope you can get her out of that.
Well, now that she's got a job, it'll be a little easier, I think.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, hope so.
But just hanging out with her over the past little while, I've noticed that I've kind of perked her up a little bit and brought her out of her doldrums. So I don't know why that is, because it works with my mom too. I always seem to cheer her up and stuff like that. So maybe I have some magical powers of bringing people out of their deep depressions or something. I don't know. But probably not. But
Use your powers for good.
I try. And Aunt Jer says Sweet's just doing it for the attention.
No, it's because I wanted a second heart pillow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Swede, you're a member of the 2-zipper club at this point.
I am the
right?
double zipper club plus the 5-quart club,
Whoa.
which means I had 5 4-inch incision ports so that they could go around to the different arteries to repair them.
Holy shit!
Wow, dude.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Each
engineering
shoulder,
going on
both
there. dude.
femorals, and one in the back.
Holy
Wow, man.
fuck!
I'm
So
just
it's
glad
going
you're
to be
still
hard
with us,
to-
brother.
I'm just glad you're among the, well, you may not be upright and taking nourishment, but at least
Oh,
you're
I'm
taking
upright.
nourishment. Oh, good. There you are.
You're home and
You are
everything. That's
upright.
cool.
Sweet, you have
I'm
plot
so-
armor.
So glad you're here. So glad you're here.
So yeah, I mean I went to the ER 3 Saturdays ago,
Mhm.
with chest pain radiating into my back, which is the number one signal that's happening again. Scared out of my wits. Walk into the ER, say, just get me to a CT scan. ER doctor looks at me like, how do you know? I know, bitch.
I know.
Been here, done that.
Been here, done that. I've got a mechanical valve already. I know what a dissection is. Let's just get this done so you can transport me to whoever has the best vascular surgeon at this point.
Right.
Because what had happened is that the area after my repair from the last one is where the new tear started. And it tried to back up into where the repair was done. So if I had done the pig valve, I'd be gone because it would have torn all that up.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the fact that I have a mechanical valve actually saved my life at that point, and then it started going the other direction and started shearing off parts of the aorta as it went down. So this one, my first one was a type A. This one was a type B. Sorry, I get a little winded when I talk.
Yeah.
Take
your time.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Easy, buddy. You don't need to rush.
Take some breaks so I can get some jokes in here, please.
And Sunday, I don't remember anything past Saturday night because that's when the morphine was really turned on because I was having such bad pain. And the reason they didn't take me in right away is they were trying to figure out what to do. And they had multiple different things, like multiple different scenarios, all from minor surgery to try and just do a stent repair, all the way to flying me to Houston to have a complete root replacement.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Man.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Which is still not out of the question.
Oh.
Did they figure they may not heal properly?
Well, see, Marfan is one of those weird diseases that makes things worse as time goes along.
Oh.
Okay.
And so what happened is that they decided to do kind of split the difference and get some stents in. But I had to do the stents right. I had to have the tricuspid that sits at the top of the aortic arch. All of those got moved to different areas. You cannot actually take my blood pressure from my arms anymore.
Isn't it
Wow.
interesting? Isn't it interesting how the patient becomes the expert at some point? You get you like, oh,
Yeah, sweet. If your regular job doesn't work out, you could probably do this surgery at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what the surgery is called a TAVR, total endoscopic valve or vascular aortic replacement, something like that.
Jesus.
Wow.
But the procedure itself it was done a lot by the people here in Omaha. So there was no fear of them being able to do that part of it. It was the moving of the tricuspid valves, because that's where the blood goes to your carotid, to your arms, to your lungs, and all of that. That's how all that splits out. And if that doesn't work, you can imagine now.
No arms, no lungs, no brain.
No brain.
That doesn't work. No,
that doesn't work. But the problem is that all of those things are still connective tissue. So they are all subject still to the lack of the protein fibrillum that my body just can't produce. So being reattached in things in other places may just be a kick the ball down the road 3 years.
The weekend you were doing for the John Ritter thing, that's getting rescheduled, right?
It's going to get rescheduled. We actually met our funding goal.
Speaking of which.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they actually sent me quite a bit of stuff. Number one, because I raised $1,000 without even doing a damn stream.
Well, I mean, hey, you
Yeah.
streamed yourself. It's like,
When-
oh well, sorry, I can't do the stream. I'm going.
But for the second time,
take care of this shit.
yeah, but for the second time, my wife had to make the decisions of signing off on organ harvesting, should it come to that, and everything like that. So the whole emotional toll has probably been worse. I've been up and at it way quicker on this one than the last one. I can actually sleep on my side comfortably currently, which didn't happen for at least 6 months last time.
Great.
But now I'm on 6 drugs in the morning, 2 for lunch, 4 for dinner,
2 for lunch.
4 for dinner, and 2 at bedtime.
Wow.
Are any of them THC?
No,
Listen to you.
Damn.
In my head,
Oh,
like
no, and I have a specific
Ollie man,
order.
Ollie
I
man,
cannot drink.
Ollie-
I cannot smoke weed. I cannot do anything like that for the rest of my
man,
life.
Ollie man, all I'm waiting for you to do is ask him about disc golf right now.
No.
So,
But-
sweet. Does that mean you can't do edibles either?
Nope, I cannot touch anything.
Oh,
They warned against the way they had to do the repair, and there's a lot of stuff that I can't do anymore. Eat
Right.
that affects blood pressure because of the way that they restructured my entire vascular system. That it would cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure.
right.
Whoa.
So, Ancher wants to know how they take your blood pressure now.
My left calf.
Oh, okay.
It's the only place
Okay.
on my body that you can actually get an accurate.
Reading
pressure
of
Because-
reading.
Is that because they've harvested veins from other places?
They didn't harvest veins. They
Yeah.
took the arteries out of the top arch and moved them
Okay.
to different areas where the blood flows. So the blood is still oxygen rich, going to all the different places that it's supposed to. It
Excellent.
just doesn't have anywhere near
The
the
pump
blood
power.
pressure as it gets out to the extremities that you would normally want to test against, which is why you get, I mean, it goes straight out of your top of your arch into your left arm normally, which is why they put the cuff on your left arm or right arm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mine actually has to go about 100 feet before it gets to
It gets there.
it gets there.
Oh wow.
So it's got no pump power. You can't feel it.
So
I guess if
they
you
said,
carry
they
a
said
card
it
or-
would be about 50 over 50 misreading if I tried to
Shit,
take it in my
that's
arm.
bad. Wow.
Do you carry a card or wear any type of medallion or anything that indicates that you have that condition? So
Need
they
a medic
have to
alert?
be there.
I have my I don't have to go anywhere near any large magnets for the rest of my life because of the amount of steel and webbing and Dacon graft that is in my
Oh sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
pulmonary aorta.
So,
Speed
when you
is
walk by
the-
the fridge, do the magnets fly off and stick to you?
It's not Magneto.
Hilarious.
Sweet is the bionic Irish.
I'm sorry.
The bionic Irish Swede.
So I know, Sweet, you had this on your calendar to like go beat up Magneto, but I'm thinking now. I'm thinking you let that one slide. Go for one of the lesser ones because Magneto.
Probably
If
off
you
the
know,
table at this point.
I don't know if he's the one you should go. Maybe Wolverine.
Yeah.
He's got bone skeletons. You got metal endoskeleton. Like I'm thinking that could help, but
If you want to see it, I actually can show you what my aortic arch looks like now.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
You just like you
It's,
have a little
it's
window
not
in there
exactly
now?
the most appealing.
is it gore? Because we can't.
No,
put
it's not
out.
gore. Yeah, this isn't like a picture.
Oh, like an MRI.
Like an X-ray.
It would be a CT.
Oh, I
Damn
see
it.
the scan. Okay.
So
I was like,
I'm
there's
sure.
one.
Show it.
There's one more. I was like, there's one more
Hold
scan. I
on.
can't think of what the hell the name is. Like CT.
CT.
Ah,
Ah.
In
It's
the
on the tip
meantime,
tip of my
Mike
brain.
made me remember that Wolverine is clearly a Canadian written by Americans because his power is healthcare.
Hey, it's not funny if
Oh.
it's true, man.
This right here is what
Oh.
clicks.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's their clicker.
This is my ascending aorta, and this is what it looks like coming down. And yes, that is
It's all
metal
webbing.
chain link
Yeah.
holding things together.
Ooh.
This is where the original repair ended. Right here.
So
And then this is
that's
where
where
it blew
the
out.
tearing.
This is where it blew out right here.
Oh, okay.
Now, there should be 3 chutes here, though. There's only one because
only
they
one.
could only get the Dacon graft around one of the chutes. So only one thing, which is my carotid, is directly connected to my arch now. The others are harvested
Gone.
and moved elsewhere. Now you can see the clamps and everything else that they used.
Yeah.
Here's my lungs and stuff. But yeah, here's
Holy
here's
shit.
the top of my heart.
Yeah.
Cyborg
Oh,
Swede.
Is that your windpipe?
What?
This one and the one in
This
the
would
middle.
be-
Yeah.
This would be my spine. Back
Oh,
here.
the spine. That's the spine.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow. Just fucking wow.
Yeah.
You know, that what's amazing is that they figured this shit out. They could do this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Human body's so
that's
weird.
that's a lot of, okay, well, it looks like this, and maybe we can make it work like that.
Heavy
I
metal.
mean, just crazy.
So
Did kinda look
here
like it's in the
is new tab. This over. So this is what was drawn to me the day before on the Saturday that they admitted me. It's just a doctor's drawing, so don't expect too much.
Okay.
Okay.
But here, right here is what everything looked like when I walked into the hospital. So this is where the original
All right.
repair was, and then here was where things were shearing off
Oh.
at
I
present
see.
time. And their plan is to, obviously you can see, currently here's these 3, here's the 3 cuspid,
Mhm.
Okay.
and the new one they had to move things around, and then repair the complete arch all the way around.
Wow.
And you can see my last bowel movement date of 1995.
Well, that's thank you.
Thank
I
you
can
for
up, I can up,
explaining
We would have
that.
never guessed what BM meant, dude.
now I can
Enough to tell
update.
us.
I can
Big
update my
Mac.
card. I can update my card that I have here. I always write those down. Thank you.
Right. Every
Um,
all right. Right. Is this a round the horn question,
Is that-
Mikey? I don't know.
and
It's like,
When's the last time you pooped?
So, but here's the thing. So Saturday.
That's what I
is
thought,
when
I'm sure.
Saturday is went in and was admitted. Sunday, I don't remember at all. Monday, I don't remember at all. And that's when my O2 dropped into the 70s.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, shit.
And so they were like, we got to go now. We're going to split the difference. We're not going to send them anywhere. We're not going to do the easy one. We're we're down here. Get it done. And from that point, I have no recollection until I woke up on Thursday. So from roughly Saturday evening, about 7:00 at night, I have no memory until that Thursday. And it still screws with me as far as like dates. Like I can't, holy shit, it's October.
Yeah.
it is.
That's
So
what the
yeah,
government wants
the
you to
time
think.
dilation is a little bit weird. But it's the part that hits you the hardest is the whole. There were a couple places they couldn't get the repair done correctly, but they got it done well enough. There are a couple places where they don't know if the repair will work long term, and it could end up me needing to go to Houston anyway.
Oh boy.
At some
How
point.
long before they know that for sure?
I will have a CT scan every 6 months from here on out until they know.
Okay.
And hope that nothing happens in between, in the third month in between each CT scan.
Yeah. Or the fifth.
Because it can emerge just as it did for me, 3 weeks ago, just out of nowhere.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, we're just gonna move you to the hospital.
I
set up
should
your office
actually
there.
probably still be there, except for the fact that I looked at my doctor and I said, my mental health is going to kill me. I need to go home now.
Yeah.
And so they did everything they could to get me home, which included Lovenox shots and all that. Neil, you're probably familiar with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Give yourself belly shots every night and morning. Pretty fun. You get some pretty bad bruises to bridge my warfarin. So yeah, it was an interesting last couple of weeks.
Hmm.
I mean, while you were doing that, I had a very good game in Halo. And I'd like to spend equal amounts of time talking about that now.
Okay, I'll talk about Fiona right after that, buddy.
Yeah. Talk about
on the party.
let's talk
It's more of they've I'll know quite a bit. December 1st is when I see Dr. Yetman, who is the PhD researcher who is on my case here at University of Nebraska Medicine. And Dr. Jason Cook, who is also basically wrote his entire PhD on what's happening to me.
Wow.
You obviously trust your team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dr. Merritt did an amazing job, the surgeon. Dr. Talukdar, can't say enough about him. All three of them came in on the day before I was released and just sat down and talked with me for about 2 hours.
How many
fantastic.
people have that?
Well, I mean,
ability
UNMC is pretty remarkable in by itself. I don't think a lot of people give UNMC the credit it's due. But it's a lot. It would be a lot like Mikey getting into UChicago medicine or something like that.
Up in my area, it's like, hey, if something really severe happens to me, take me to Mass General, please.
Yeah. This would be the quality of surgeons that I had here would be about the same as me as going to Boston Children's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So like top-notch, top-tier guys, right?
Top-notch, top-tier, except for the only experience they didn't have was, the full stem replacement.
Right.
So they were like, yeah, we'd have to, shove you somewhere else for that, which would be Houston, Denver, someplace like that.
Can they actually do that? Like, do you think that might actually be an option or what?
Yeah, it's a viable option. It's a very messy surgery. It has
many paper towels.
It's a surgery done in 2 parts, 30 days in between.
Right.
The surgery is two parts. Part 2 is 30 days after the first, and there's a 25% mortality rate.
That's not too bad.
We need Dr. Ben in here.
It-
how many?
It's
all right,
four-chambered
Ben,
Russian roulette.
How many paper towels is it gonna take?
If it's more than 2, he's right. It is messy.
It's messy.
Because if you're using 3, then you might as well just start.
Picker-upper.
You gotta start folding them over themselves, but then you lose a lot of surface area.
Well,
I love how sensitive
I don't
these
have
folks are
anything to
towards
say
this.
about medicine
Please.
because here in Mexico, you get shot and they will give you an aspirin and send you home.
Here's an aspirin.
Go home.
And you only get
too.
1.
Call me in the morning.
Sir, we accidentally put 2 in your cup. I need you to give me that other aspirin back. That's for
Yeah.
another patient. Sir, that's not yours, sir.
sir. Stop bleeding. Stop bleeding in my floor.
Did you bring your own paper towels to be bleeding on these floors?
Just,
yes, I did.
honestly, it's just I'm so happy to see you here.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest part is
and taking nourishment.
The weirdest part was like the first time I was being wheeled into the OR, I knew what was going on. So like I had my piece as per se.
Yeah.
I have no recollection of anything past getting transported to Methodist. And then all the 48 hours before surgery, like I had nothing.
There you go. It was the Methodist that saved you.
It's a Methodist.
So we could make up a whole bunch of stories about you, like you were dancing
yeah.
on the tables.
Oh, remember
Frankenstein Swede.
Well, I was twilighted. I was twilighted the whole time.
Oh wow!
I was either completely under or I was twilighted from Saturday night all the way through Thursday morning. And then when I woke up Thursday morning, they said I was an absolute comedic genius, and I swore like a sailor.
You should be in the center.
I swore like a sailor, and my in-laws were in there while I was doing that.
Oh,
there you go. Good.
Oh, I can't
glad you got it.
And according to them, I was very funny.
Oh, I can't wait for Thanksgiving this year. Oh,
well,
buddy.
You are a funny guy, so I can only imagine what being in that condition might how that might amplify that.
Like Swede's humor to me is like if Saturday Night Live was funny. There's a bit of
it's
setup.
Very old school, dry humor, but mixed in with the swear like a sailor.
Why is that not staying?
I don't know.
Healthcare in South America actually can be very good. It just depends on which country.
Yeah, actually, it's amazing. I live more down south than Alma, and it's amazing how much better health is down here than in the USA. One of the reasons why I don't want to live in the USA is because of health. It's way better in here and free.
Well, the thing you have to consider is the very like procedures like mine. Like if they wanted to send me to Houston, there's no one in South America that could do that. They would send me closest to there would probably be Costa Rica, where they've done those, where there's experienced doctors who have done stem replacement. TAVRs, I would probably be able to be seen in Santiago, Chile, or something like that. Buenos Aires, there's probably some doctors that have done TAVRs there.
I'll go with you. I'd love to go to Santiago.
I would. This may be.
But if you're in Patagonia and you dissect, you're dead. Because I mean, the amount of like if I lived in the Panhandle in Nebraska, the amount of transport time and everything would have killed me.
Okay, I might need to go to live to the USA now. Thank you, sweet. Thank you for crushing my dreams.
You'll never find the kind of large scale experience, except in the United States and Europe, of major procedures.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
That's about that, and that's because we attract the doctors for that. Because they study here, they travel here to study here, and then they stay here.
I think that broadly speaking, public health in Cuba is tremendously good.
Yeah, I have heard that.
But you don't want a major surgery there.
Specialty stuff, on the other hand, is just not there because people travel elsewhere.
Not only do they travel elsewhere, the experience of the doctors is not there. Cuba may be one of the very few exceptions to that rule, because Cuba sends out doctors to get their experience and then brings them back.
And then brings them back, yes, which is cool.
Yeah.
You get a doctor out of Argentina who is an absolute genius in the area of vascular surgery. They go to Chicago medicine.
Okay.
They don't go back to Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of genius doctors, there's Dr. Oz. I mean, he's going to be a senator.
Oh no, not that one.
Okay, here's the thing though. 20 years ago, Dr. Oz is exactly who I would want in the OR doing my surgery. He developed over 7 of the 20 techniques on the TAVR.
Right. Actually, that's why I brought it up. I mean, the guy's not a total idiot. You know, it's not a total idiot.
No, he is an absolute genius heart surgeon. And he basically pioneered several techniques in valve replacement and TAVRs.
Dr. Oz?
Yeah, Dr. Oz.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the guy's he's not
He's
an
a
idiot.
Doctor. He's not.
Unfortunately,
surgeon.
It's a quack.
Unfortunately, he sort of lost his way. You know.
Thank you, Oprah.
Oprah got a hold of him, and then the grift started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is funny. It's funny how people go down these routes. That's like, well, you could have done.
Not funny.
Yeah,
money.
Well, no, I know. Well, it's funny money too. I mean, hey, what? But you know, I just really have to wonder about some of these folks.
Just that the problem that with doctors like Dr. Oz and everything is because they have those credentials, like being a scientist and being a regular doctor, and then they go out and put like, oh, look at this miracle thing that will make you lose weight in 2 days and will drop 20 pounds.
Green coffee beans.
But that's the thing is, like, I would never go to Dr. Talukdar for anything other than the aortic region between the top of the arch and right to where my stomach starts. That's all his specialty is.
Oh, okay. So only
you have to realize that the average person is not like you, sweet. And that is a huge problem.
It gets that refined.
It gets that refined. Like Dr. Oz was one of the foremost aortic repair specialists out there.
Mm-hmm.
He would regularly do 12-hour surgeries, 2 or 3 of them in a row, and he saved hundreds of lives doing that way. Mm-hmm. Then he got money, and
you know he was talking the whole time, but it was like he was doing his talk show before he had his talk show in like the operating theater, and those poor nurses had to just sit there and listen to his show for 12 hours.
Oh no!
He probably just ran his mouth the whole time.
So
I just wonder how people that with those kinds of skills can take them entirely off the table and go into vitamin pills.
Well, Ben Carson is no better.
Money?
Yeah.
No, exactly.
He's
Ben Carson.
Yeah, he's a neurosurgeon.
A guy who's a neurosurgeon, very talented, got a skill set. And yet, you're going to take that skill set and think, well, okay, I can save people's lives with the skills I've developed, but no, I think what I'm going to do is sell pizza.
Right.
What? I don't get it. What's up with that?
Something ain't adding up.
It gives you money.
You know.
and then your boy made him the Secretary of Housing and HUD, right? Housing and Urban Development, just because he was black, even though he's a neurosurgeon. No,
yeah,
you'll take care of the cities.
Oh, Mikey, because he was black, because that's where HUD is all focused. That was.
He said, "Get Ben in
that
here."
That was such a blatant racist.
Yeah, and then he just sit there
plug
like,
this guy. Oh, we need a black guy to do HUD because inner city and et cetera and so forth. Inner city, we all know what that means.
Yeah.
Ben Carson ain't looked at a city.
From being a genius to say that being gay is a choice because that's also something that Ben Carson said too.
Yep.
I was like, what?
It's the stupidest fucking thing anyone could have ever
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, I want to talk
Yeah,
about
well-
use the moment to talk about the harm that these people can do because
Yeah,
I'm
please do.
I'm going to promote myself because last Monday, my episode was about how when I went to visit my grandmother, she's taking some pills for her heart. Now, Sweet made me remember that, and she was getting bored because like her legs get numb and they hurt, her feet hurt. And this is all because of a heart condition that she has because she's very old and all of that.
Circulation issue. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And when I was there, she started talking on the phone with my mother, telling her that she was going to leave the treatment because a friend of hers gave her some very good pills. Obviously, I was there, so I had to go, hey, Grandma, what are those pills? Can I check them? And of course, you can check them, and they were just shark cartilagus and zinc, and that's it. So she was going to commit suicide practically. So obviously, I had to have a long talk with her, and fair enough. She had stopped taking the pills for like 2 days, and she had a blood pressure problem. She ended up in the hospital. So obviously now she's listening to me and just taking the regular pills because she doesn't realize that, 90 years of heart problems are not going to be solved in 2 months.
Nope.
And they're not going to be solved at all.
So I'm always extremely angry and upset at those scammers selling people those magical pills that are going to kill them. And I find that disgusting and awful. And that's the war I'm fighting, people.
Snake oil.
Exactly.
It's selling people
what the fuck?
pills that are going to keep them alive forever is also a big, huge fucking lie.
Yep.
The thing is, the wonderful thing about being rational is like you're gonna die. Like, okay, at some point you're gonna kick the bucket. That's no
way around it.
So what you're going to have to do is try to find a way of making the life you're living as rich and rewarding as it can possibly be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the problem when you go through something like mine, and that's what counseling hopefully can help solve. But it's like all I can think about is, can I make it to my kid's graduation?
Yeah, I hear it. I absolutely hear it. I absolutely hear that. I think that's, but in our hearts, in our beings, we all have hopes, but we also have to realize that our hopes may not come to fulfillment. It is really hard to reconcile all of that crap. I don't know, Heathen Queen. What the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Stephanie, is tonight dream crushing night? Because you're not making me feel happy,
I don't know, but Ox is in the chat there is making a claim that Ollie and I are going to be the new spokesman for Canadian Viagra. I hate to break this to you.
What will be the difference with Canadian?
Your guys' new show, True Boner Talk.
I for one am totally in favor of Canadian hard-ons.
So what is so special about this Canadian Viagra?
100%.
Okay, hang on. Let me finish my thought on this. First of all, Viagra is the same here. It's the same as you guys use. It's exactly the same. It's not red. And by the way, A is spelled E-H, not A-Y-E. That's A. I. That's if you're a fucking Irish. I, Captain. So,
he thinks Canadians
also
all Popeyes.
Are you guys pirates?
I have no need for Viagra yet.
Are you sure?
I'm still like, oh yeah, trust me, man. The wind blows the right way, and all of a sudden I'm like, what's going on?
Okay.
Nice.
It's still like that.
Thanks for
Anyway.
sharing.
Despite me not believing that, I don't want proof either. So keep being you.
I'll set my sail.
I will
Get
take
that
your
vision
word
out
for
of your
it.
head now.
Yeah.
I will just say yes, so you don't have to prove anything.
Neil, I will set my sails on your mast anytime.
Okay, there you go. Hey, wait a minute.
It's became weird.
Pronounce I.
Don't clip this. Don't clip this. Don't clip that. Please.
Don't, yeah. Oh, you know. Well, Tons of Mice isn't in the chat, so I think you're safe.
Yes.
That's fair.
One of the things that I have found problematic with Dr. Oz and people like him that have is just that everything is really, it goes down south with other characters that has their YouTube channels that they translate their Dr. Oz information to Spanish. And it goes widespread. Like everybody's talking about what Dr. Oz said in Spanish, and it's very difficult for people to debunk it because they're saying, "Oh, it comes from America. It comes from a doctor," and
Must be true.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they were taking some horse pills to stop to fight COVID?
Yeah, that was in Mexico. They still think that the horse things works for. They even try it in some hospitals, actually. I remember that. Yeah. In Mexico, in the state of Tlaxcala, they tried the ivermectin for.
Oh my gosh, so sad.
Treating.
In here, they had to start. People had to demonstrate they had horses in order to get the medicine to avoid that.
I'm gonna need you to bring 4 horseshoes to the doctor's
bring
office.
The horse.
You're gonna have to ride the horse to the doctor's office.
I'm quite sure it was just the horse ID. Like, this is my horse driver's license, and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Johnson. Hi. See, this is from Biscuit.
Mr. Johnson. Ah.
What kind of horse is called Mr. Johnson?
Howard Johnson.
This is Manchita, my horse.
Harry.
This is Donkey, my horse.
Yeah.
I need to watch Shrek again.
This is the reason why I started to support also Tio regarding the translation of information from the US to Spanish, because there is not much information that goes against what the quacks are saying.
Best decision ever, Alma.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, and most of the information that spreads very quickly on the internet in Mexico and everywhere is misinformation. Like the ivermectin thing. There also the thing that about the vaccines. Actually, unfortunately, my mom believed that we're gonna get a chip from the vaccines. There's another one that she recently told me that people who has allergies or anything that has to do with the immune system, if you get the vaccine, you will die. So obviously, she doesn't know that I already have it. I had to tell her that I'm not able to get it here. Like, no, sorry, I couldn't get it. So yeah, but I already have the vaccine and everything. But yeah, they are not gonna get it. Even if they had the chance to get it, they're not gonna get it. Not my mom, my brother.
That is a shame.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you reach these people? How do you cut through the bullshit? That's the thing that
I have tried. Believe me, I have tried like presenting the evidence to them. I have translated things for them, and yet once they accept that, oh yeah, what you said is true, blah blah. 2 weeks later, I get something else. Oh, look at this doctor. He's saying that that the vaccine is not good and it causes autism.
What?
Well,
yeah.
Isn't there a way to cut off the? Okay, these are bad sources. Don't listen to these people. They're telling you bullshit for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this is the most frustrating thing in this modern age, and it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
Is
Exactly.
like years and years of scientific research is being dismissed because of people like Dr. Oz, because and these quacks that are out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it every goddamn day.
Yeah.
That where people are bringing forward studies that have been debunked
Mm-hmm.
by the scientific community ages ago, and yet they linger on in stuff, and the media is perfectly happy to
Yes.
bring this shit forward for everybody to consume,
To see.
and I don't know. It's so distressing and so depressing.
Yeah.
And
Actually, I
unfortunately,
have talked to Theo about my family that I have just stopped because it was at a point that I was just arguing with them. So it wasn't good either for my mental health either, or for them. That was like causing problems, and they weren't listening to me anyway. Like last month, my mom sent me a link to a YouTube channel from a doctor in Spain that she offers cures for autistic kids with diet, and the channel is full of like videos of people that she cured me, yeah she, cure my kid,
it might as well be Our Lady of Fatima.
yes.
I mean, there's so that it's almost at that level of let's go to this shrine and be cured by Saint something or other. That's jeez and crow. Now.
Yes,
And
so
we could be humorous about it because it is ridiculous. Oh, well, I went to the shrine of this, that, and the other thing. And, oh,
nothing
look,
happened.
I don't have this stuff anymore. But
yeah, this is
it'd
very
be humorous if
difficult
it
to get
wasn't so
rid of the
goddamn sad.
magical thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they are still believers.
Your
I
parents?
am the only one. Yeah. Yeah, even though they left the religion, they are not Jehovah's Witness anymore. They still believe in God, and they still have that. That's why they every time that something comes up, they believe it. Like that doctor that said that cures autism, or this other guy that said that they can cure COVID with a plant, or with what was the other one? With bleach.
Yeah, that was a good one.
My mom was about to buy that shit, the bleach, to take it for COVID. I was able to convince her that not to. But it took me like a month and to research the guy all the way to the indictments and everything that he has in the U.S. But yeah, she was about to do that.
Hello, well reasoned. Welcome to the show.
So, guys, the conversation is quite good, but I have to do some stuff, so I will leave you now. I will try to keep listening, though. You are all awesome people. Have a wonderful time, and see you soon. And Neil, we still have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel pending, so soon we will be doing that.
I actually, just before coming on to the show, just for getting starting the interview and whatnot, I checked to make sure that my deck was still legal. So
it's awesome.
It's all good. It's all good.
What do you mean legal?
Well, they ban cards.
Illegal?
They ban certain cards, but mine's all good.
So. Okay, bye guys, and sweet. Good luck and keep recovering. It's awesome, your state. Bye, guys. Good luck, Alma.
Bye.
later.
Thank you.
Now, hold on a second. If they make a damn Yu-Gi-Oh card, you can't tell me I can't use it. They make a
Yeah.
card. That should be fair.
Well, they make a card, and then they'll make a card like 2 years down the road that they don't anticipate working with the card that they made 2 years earlier.
That
What?
sounds
And
like
then
their
all of a
problem.
sudden, these whole like exploits start coming in.
Like I said, that sounds like their problem.
Oh my God.
It is their problem, and you know how they fix it? They ban the card.
Damn it! No.
Oh no.
I want my money back.
When Magic first started, the number one player deck was 20 Black Lotuses and 40 Lightning Bolts.
That doesn't even sound like it's fair.
And because
Wow.
of that, that's the reason why you can only have 4 of each individual non-land card.
No apologies necessary. You can always watch these things afterwards too. Thank you very much. Well reasoned.
You rock.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I need to get
But
into one of
anyway.
these. I'm gonna get into one of these card games. What y'all playing now? Uno?
Uno.
Play that.
You know.
Here.
My two kids have finally learned Uno,
All right.
and which
Nice.
is impressive for a 4-year-old to learn Uno.
Yeah.
Dude, you know it's gonna be so bad when the little one gets like 17 draw fours from his older brother. His little hands can't hold the 47 cards his brother just gave him. It's not right.
The problem is they work together.
Oh, okay.
Like velociraptors.
Like I came down the stairs one day and my youngest had built up this wonderful like train set and everything else and all that. And I look up at my wife and I go, he's going to be the one that actually tells the older one how to conquer the world.
Yeah.
I think this is true. That's true.
Pinky, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
And it is like that because my oldest
I think
is
so,
very,
Brian. But where are we going to get a duck in a pair of leader house at this hour?
very, very charismatic in that he has 2 entire girls' soccer teams that follow him around.
Oh,
Really?
swag. Big
Yeah.
boy.
Listen to this.
Woo!
Big
He's
boy
already walking
swag.
around swinging a fucking chain. Like, what's going on here?
He's got the he's got the
He's got
That's
the
card
Mac.
game I play.
Return of the
Whoa.
Mac. Yeah.
Whoa.
Return of
Whoa.
the Mac. Oh
Whoa.
no.
That's some shiny shit, man.
There's a
Secret rare
peacock's
stuff.
tail if ever I saw one.
Yeah, see?
Ah,
Yeah, brilliant.
Fancy schmancy.
What is a card game where they won't just immediately ban all of the stuff that's good?
Ben,
None
you
of
missed
them?
all the fun diagrams I put up on the screen.
oh,
My
look,
favorite
it's student Dr. Ben.
There you go. Judgment Dragon.
Of course, you saw the one with the CT scan of my stem.
Oh.
Is that the one that was on Twitter?
Yeah, that's the one that's black and gray
Yeah.
or
Oh.
grayscaled. Yeah.
With the xenomorph in it.
And there's no more.
So I have some news.
Oh?
Hurricane Fiona hit us last week. Everybody knows my power's out. I lost 2 of my outbuildings outside, so I need to get those replaced. It's looking like it's going to probably cost me at least $4 or $5 to replace them.
Oh, boy.
Insurance.
I'm not sure what the insurance is going to pay off on it. I'm still waiting for the adjuster to get in touch with me and have a look at it.
It's probably a little busier than normal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh he is. So
You have to get the insurance from that against the act of God.
yeah. So, but I did get good news today. I got offered an indeterminate position instead of working term or contract positions. So I'm now no longer going to have to redo my contract every 6 months. I'm just on permanent.
Oh, that's
Hey.
nice.
Yay.
Yay.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's been a little over 4 years of working contract to contract to contract and not knowing until the last week of each contract, is it going to get renewed? You know?
Oh.
That's stressful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds
So
stressful.
Yeah, no kidding.
super duper happy about that though. So
That's nice.
I'm glad you're okay. Well reasoned. Yeah, I heard Ian was quite the little shitstorm too, sort of there. So.
Oh, in Orlando.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I just heard from I heard from friends tonight in the Tampa Bay area, and it's like they're very happy that nothing happened to them. But Fort Myers, not so much.
Yeah, Fort Myers, you could actually watch the storm surge come in and take buildings
Yeah.
out on a delayed cam.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. Well, Ollieman's been through a hurricane. I don't know if anybody else here has been through a
I
hurricane,
have
but
been from
Second one in the last 3 years.
yeah, last year.
hurricanes suck.
Yeah.
Ain't no joke.
Well, we get typhoons, but I don't think we've ever had one here that was of any serious level.
And
I mean,
I think the last year there was a
really say
hurricane
it
around
depends.
here. It was like what is the scale? I think it was a 3.
Category 3.
Category 3.
Category 3? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what, 105 mile an hour?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Category
Low
3 is like
100s.
100. Category 3 is up to 115, 120 knots.
Well, then
Yes.
you got to convert knots back to miles per hour, which
I
is divided by
don't-
1.2.
What the hell? Listen, I'm not. Stop it. Divided by 1.2.
That's math, isn't it?
You stop it right now.
Actually, it's miles per hour are higher than no knots are higher than miles per hour. No, it's the other way around. Miles per hour are higher than knots.
Just lie and
Knots-
say they're both
knots-
the same.
Knots are nautical miles per hour.
It's not a thing.
Right? So that's the way that works. I think in terms of knots when I think of wind speed.
Yeah, Lake Michigan gets a little feisty every once in a while, but we just slap her. She gets back over there. She might get like a wave.
Xerxes
like-
thing where you send a bunch of people out to whip the sea for being bad.
You have
Yeah, bad lake.
bad lake. You have like the stick car. What is her name? Cat Kerr.
The
When it has,
legend
like, a
lives on
stick.
from the
Oh,
chip.
she's nuts.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa down to the good lake they call Gitchigumi.
We just throw
Oh,
one rock
yeah.
in there, and she calms right down. Like, hey, stop it, stop it.
Michigan can get nasty. Michigan can get nasty. Superior can get nasty.
Oh, yeah.
I just asked the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yep.
That's what I said. The legend lives on from the Chippewa.
It's also a great beer by the Great Lakes Brewing Company
Yeah,
that I
it's
can
also
never
a great.
have again.
It's also a great Twitter account, by the way. Lake Superior has a Twitter account, and it's
Oh, really?
yeah, it's really pretty cool. Follow Lake Superior at Lake Superior. I think it is. I think it's Lake Superior, and they're funny.
All right, you guys in the side chat, let's tone things down a bit, all right?
Please,
What are
This
we
is
doing?
supposed to be an after party that demonstrates to people that it's a safe space for people to be in.
Oh,
What's
What's going on in the
stuff,
side
okay?
chat?
What
No,
happened?
it's
It's
not
ridiculous.
worth looking.
Yeah,
yeah.
just it shouldn't be happening in that chat though.
The cool
Yeah.
part about everything, though, was Friday after I'd woken up, the entire Ritter family called.
Oh,
That's
that's
awesome.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
cool.
they seem like sweet folk.
They are. I never would have imagined how down to earth that somebody somebody that famous could be, but they just don't seem to understand. I think how famous their dad was.
Well, I mean, you're a very accomplished young man yourself, Swede. Your kids just think you're the guy who can open jars. You know what I mean? Like you're just like the guy who can reach stuff.
I get that job too all the time. Yes. Once I speak with Thomas, I'll probably be on the panel again for the next one.
You're
but
going to
he's
stream
not doing
for
this
the
year.
Faithless Forum?
No. I'll probably be on the panel because I was on for the last one, but it was in 2021 that they did this last November, almost a year ago. But he's probably not going to do another one until 2023. So it costs a lot of money, and it takes some time to get everything set up. So I haven't spoken to him or Drew about it yet, but I told them that I'd be totally down for helping out with stuff like that, even on the financial side as well, if need be. So we're going to make it happen. It just might be next year, not this year. That's all. But I will definitely be there, well reasoned. So if I'm on the panel or not, I'll still fucking be there.
I'll do a panel on facing death.
Oh, sweet.
Actually, yeah, no, it's true. It's something that a lot of atheists come to have to deal with after leaving a faith where they have an afterlife type belief. So, and it's a tough one to tackle too.
Well, yeah, I think it's crucial. I think it's a crucial discussion to have. How do you deal with that? I mean, it's part of human life, right? And it
it's the end of human life.
Existential question, like
that doesn't bother me.
Well, as I said earlier, what bothers me is the lack of being able to experience some things that I would want to experience. So, like, what I fear right now is not being able to see my kids graduate. What I fear right now,
right?
You know, that there's events in life coming up that I am honestly scared to death that I won't be able to see.
Right. Well, you said, you know, yeah, and I think that's a common fear that we all have. What you know?
Certainly,
we all share it, but we don't have to. None of us have any guarantee that we'll see tomorrow. So, it's coming to grips with that notion of mortality. That is a very, very difficult challenge, and religion provides a nice little pathway to, okay, you know,
everything will be okay.
It doesn't matter what tomorrow brings. I mean, there are different paths to it, right? I mean, some religions, some faiths will say, it doesn't matter what tomorrow brings because there's a tomorrow beyond tomorrow. If you die tomorrow, you're going to go off into this realm or that realm or sleep until you
get resurrected.
Or this, you know, but the plain fact of the matter, it doesn't deal with the fact that, you know, in 2 minutes I could be dead. And I don't know what to do with that. And the way I've dealt with it is, okay, in 2 minutes I could be dead, but it ain't 2 minutes from now. I've got to talk to you guys. And you know, if I keel away in a couple of minutes, you'll all see it, and I won't know it, and I won't give a fuck.
You can't.
You can't.
There's nothing I can do about this. And you know, it's dealing with the acceptance of mortality, and even, yes, we carry on hopes and wishes and shoulda, woulda, couldas, but at the end of the day, it's all shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah.
We have no control over how it plays, and that's a hard thing to think about.
And then compound it with being in a hospital bed, knowing in the next 48 hours you could go to sleep and never wake up again.
Correct. Been there.
Well, reason is the same happened to me too. Like it was so hard to let go. It was really hard.
I was just going to say, we were just talking about this during your the chat we had. Yeah, that's.
It's so horrible to lose a child that there is not even a word for people who has that.
I know.
Like when you lose your spouse, you're a widow. When you lose your parent, you're an orphan. There's no word for somebody has lost a child.
Well, that's the other part of my story that gets interesting is my youngest has the same condition I do.
Oh, jeez.
So at some point, he's going to have the same problems I'm having. And
one thing that you can probably get a little bit of consoling is medical stuff just improves in more and more all the time.
It does, but he'll still have to have TAVRs. He'll still have to,
But who knows what they'll be able to do in the future by the time it comes to be, or you never know, dude. He may not even ever need it.
Maybe.
Right? Archer wants to know if he knows. You told me he knows, right?
He's 4. He doesn't know shit.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Well,
he knows he has to go have pictures of his heart taken every year. That's it. That's all he can really comprehend at this point. When they came to visit after surgery, they were more interested in peering out the 9th floor window of my room than they were me. So,
well, can you?
Got to admit, I'd probably be the same way, Sweet. Ooh, this is quite the view.
Sweet. Teach your kid joy.
Yeah.
Teach him joy. Just teach him joy. I mean, if you were, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, I don't know how many years ago, you'd be dead.
20 years ago, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
20 years ago, a Mark Van person lived till they're 40.
Right.
That's it.
And there's so many things. It's like, but teach them joy. Teach everybody joy. And make every fucking second count, because I'm gonna be 69 at the which
69.
Nice.
But I never thought I'd make it this far. I really didn't. We've all had challenges. Never really thought I'd make it this far. But but if you lose your joy, if you lose it, you've lost it. And if you're not spreading it, what's the point? At the end of the day, it's the end of the day. It's like, hey,
Speaking of which,
that's why the world becomes more and more absurd as I age, because I look back and think, my God, we've been playing this stupid game so long, and nobody seems to understand that we don't need to do this to each other.
I know.
We can be better than this. Anyway,
the whole ridiculousness of it all is we are actually all related. You go back enough generations and we are all related. Every human being on the planet. So, with that being said,
you're my brother from another mother.
Right on time,
to
Ollie.
the tune of Brady Bunch. So, like I said, guys, I wanted to make it a little bit shorter of an after party tonight, so we're gonna bring this to a close. I've already given you an extra 10 minutes almost here, so. But of course, this stuff is important. This stuff is important to talk about.
So generous.
I don't know. I'm like the snooze alarm. You smack me in 10 minutes. First, before we bring this to a close, a couple things I want to say. First of all, well reasoned out there in the chat. First of all, I know you're a new follower, a new subscriber. Thank you so much for your subscription, and thanks for showing up tonight. And I would like to extend you an invitation to come on and share your story if you're willing to at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can find me. You can find me on Twitter or Facebook, and my email is also, I think, in this. If it's not here, it's in the original interview description box, which is linked below. So one or the other. You can. You're more than welcome to come share your story. I got lots of space still in October, so
Who's Thursday?
Hit me up. Send me a DM or something. Who's on Thursday? Who's on first?
Who's on first?
What's on second?
On Thursday, I've got Pumpkin J.
Because Tim needs to get scheduled. I just didn't remember which. He wants a Tuesday.
He wants a Tuesday. The 11th is available, and the 18th. Let
me text him right now.
All right. I've also got October 8th available, October 15th, and these are Saturdays, which are always a fun one. The 22nd, 24th, 26th, 28th, and 30th are all, or 31st, which is Halloween. I may or may not do one that night because
Halloween.
I thought we were dressing up.
We can totally do that.
I thought the 31st was a Monday.
My oldest is going as young Obi-Wan, and I'm going as Qui-Gon.
Are you?
Nice.
Nice.
Brilliant. I like it.
I like it.
Double check your calendar, dude. The 31st is a Monday.
Well, Saturday's the 28th.
Because,
Saturday's the 29th.
Yeah, Halloween. The 31st of October is a Monday.
Oh shit! Look at that. You're right. It is. Okay.
Can celebrate on Sunday.
I know because I booked my son's flights to come home and go back over those days. He's going home on the Monday, the 31st.
I was about to say, I'll be up here on Monday all dressed up. Guys, not again.
Guys, again.
You said you wouldn't do this anymore.
Sorry, my bad. Fuck. All right, my bad.
It's officially right now the Day of Atonement, so I'm atoning for.
October 31st is a big day in the Lutheran Church because that's Reformation Sunday.
Also, Dia de los Muertos.
I didn't know that.
Okay,
October 31st, 1517 is when Martin Luther went, "Ein Minuten bitte." Hang on a minute.
Medium. Excellent, well reasoned. Excellent. Neil uses the Jewish calendar. I got all screwed up because we got 13 months for some stupid reason.
All right, you're serious? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it is a thing.
Recently was New Year's, right? The Jewish New Year?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. This last week.
Rosh Hashanah, which means the head of the year.
And
exactly. And this week is Yom Kippur, which is the
right
day of
now
repentance.
it's Yom Kippur, and I'm fasting, and
what?
But not because of Yom Kippur, because of the fucking regatta this weekend. I gotta make weight.
Oh, you can do it.
You can do this.
You can do it.
Just Stephanie, this is all you gotta do. Go to your local gas station, and they're gonna have like a little cooler section with like snacks and stuff, like chilled stuff. Get their sushi.
Oh no! You want to
leave
die?
it outside.
Leave it
outside. Eat gas station sushi.
Leave it outside for like 2 to 3 hours.
And make sure you reach for the one furthest back in the fridge because it's been there the longest.
Yeah, because they just keep pushing it back. They don't actually recycle. Yeah, grab that one. Leave it outside. Actually, put it in your car. In the sun.
In your car for a couple hours in the sun.
The windows are up, and then just
you'll make weight.
Go at it.
You'll eat that stuff. You'll be like hurling everywhere. Your shoes will come out. You'll be.
I'm talking about you'll be under. You have to put some stones in your pocket.
What we're talking about here, Mikey, is jet fuel. It's like
yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, how come they got somebody hanging off the boat? Oh,
They're
there
like
it
a
goes.
Titan rocket right now.
The Falcon Heavy.
Yeah, Falcon Heavy.
Well, yeah.
All
if
right,
you ever
folks.
need to shed some unnecessary pounds, just grab some
Eat gas
really
station
sketchy foods, and you will not have to worry about it.
Hey,
I don't think it works
I
with me.
appreciate it.
I don't think it will work with
help.
me because I have eaten tacos outside of the subway. So,
Oh, yikes.
and I have survived those.
Yes, hell, I've even survived Taco Bell, but that's not real Mexican food anyway. So. Although I love their little burritos. Those are, I don't know why, but I can't get enough of them. Anyway, that's it. We're going to wrap this one up. Thanks again, Alma. It's so much fun having you on tonight, and I enjoyed our amazing chat earlier. If you guys
Thank you.
in the chat missed that interview, there is a link to it below, and you can check it out after this. And also, thank you to
wait, Alma, you forgot again. You have to shill the channel.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Go.
Okay. Well, if you are a Spanish speaker, you can watch our show and Nuestra Experiencia Atea. I am usually there every Sunday, picking apart the Bible with Mark.
Why aren't you
Dale.
in church?
And no, it's not church. Well, yeah, but not really.
It's your own church, damn it.
Anti-church.
My own anti-church.
There you go.
And the link. Well, I think Neil told me that the link will be on the.
It is in the description box of the interview now. It absolutely is.
Okay. Well, and thank you so much for having me here.
I'm gonna watch because I need to work on.
You.
I'm gonna watch because I need to work on my Spanish. It's getting rusty.
What's rusty in Spanish?
I don't know. That's
Oxidado.
a hard word. Oxidado. That's a hard word, Neil.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a very hard word to just know.
Brilliant.
When would I ever say rusty?
Oxidado.
I know spicy, picante. Like I don't know fucking rusty.
Oxidado. That's absolutely right.
Oxidado.
I'm not looking for a rusty taxi to the airport. Like, why would I say
I'm
that?
supposed to order a rusty nail in
Rusty nail
Mexico.
for Jesus.
Yeah.
Even better.
All right. Thank you guys out there in the chat. I hope you guys had a lot of fun with us tonight. Yeah, I don't like seeing the stuff going on in the chat that was going on earlier. We don't really need that here. It's supposed to be a fun place, not for people to iron their shit out on each other in the chat. So yeah, I'm going to have words with those people. Also, thanks to my amazing patrons. Without you guys, I couldn't do this. If you want to become a patron, there is links below. And just a little quick reminder, it is my birthday this month, and I have my Amazon wish list linked below as well.
Aha.
Yeah, you can feed my Lego addiction. There you go.
My addiction.
Lego is my drug. Okay, well, I like
Can
marijuana
you build me a
too.
new shed out of Lego?
I probably could. Have you seen the pile right there?
I don't know, man. It might be Star Wars.
Yeah, probably.
Might be Star Wars related. I don't know, man.
Well, so they got a new thing now
I
called
think
Blue
Cody will
Bricks.
be okay with that.
They got a new thing now called Blue Bricks, and you can get all the Star Trek ships on that. I'm like, oh no, here we go.
It begins.
Blue Brick sounds like somebody told you they were going to buy you something that was Lego, and it turned out it wasn't.
Right. Blue
Yeah,
bricks.
but dude, I've
What is
seen the
this?
sets. They look so cool. I got to get them anyways. I don't care.
You're just killing the joke, man.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Wait. All right. And that's it, folks. So until next time, like I always say at the end of the after parties, like the late, great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
A perfectly rolled joint.
And a perfectly rolled
Oh
joint.
yeah.
And
He did say that. He did.
The Big Bang right there. The Big Bong, I guess. I don't know.
big bong. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hold the lever, Carl.